Hi, so last video we talked about where we can find open D on the staff and where the notes that are on the D string are written on the staff as well. For this video, we're going to be talking about A string notes, where beginning A starts, and where the notes that are on A string are written on the staff as well. To start, a little review. In our musical alphabet, we have 7 letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G, and it starts back over on A and just continues in that cycle over and over again. So just continuing on in this cycle over and over again. Alrighty, to start, we are going to start with a 2-line staff, and then as the video continues, we'll move on to writing in the rest of the lines of the staff and making a 5-line staff. If you are a viola player and you are writing along and following with me, I suggest writing and starting this with a pencil so that you can erase a little bit as we go on to the 5-line staff in order to make it look more like the staff you would see in your music. To start, our very first note, our opening note, which is A, is going to be written in a space. So our first note will be found right here, open A string. So I put a 0 and then I put the letter A, showing that we don't put any fingers down. So we have space. Now we're going to go up to the next line. And I'm going to put the number 1 and the letter B, showing that we're now going up into the next letter of the musical alphabet, up to the letter B. So this means we're going to put our first finger down, which is our pointer finger, onto the A string on the first tape, and the first tape is the tape closest to the scroll. So now we've gone space, line, and now we're going to go to the next space. And I'm going to say that we are in D major, and D major has 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. So our next note is going to be C sharp. So now we've gone space, line, space for the note C sharp. So A, B, up to C. And we're going to put 2 fingers down. So our first finger, which is our pointer finger, is going to be on the first tape, and our second finger, which is our middle finger, is going to be on the on the second tape right there. So yes, first tape and then second tape, and this is going to be for the note C sharp on the A string. And then our last note on the A string is going to be the note D, and that is going to be on the line. And for that one, you're going to put 3 fingers down on the A string to play the note D. So here we are, 3 fingers down. So we have first finger, middle finger, and ring finger down. First, second, and third. First finger on the first tape, second finger on the second tape, and third finger on the third tape of your A string. Okay, and here we go. Now I'm going to add in the rest of the lines and our clef that we read in. Alrighty, so now I've written in the rest of the lines for our staff, and I've also written in the clef, the treble clef symbol, which is also known as the G clef, because where the swirl is, that will always land on the note G on the D string in first position. Alright, and then also, if you see, I wrote in where our open D is, just as a reminder. This is the start of the open D, not to be confused with the D on the A string, which is higher on the staff and can be found on a line, not an open space, but on a line. And to explain just a little bit more without getting super scientific, just like how when we talk, there's people that talk a little bit lower or can sing a little bit lower, and some people that can sing a little higher and talk a little higher. These are technically the same note, but they're going to sound different. The D on the D string is going to sound lower than the D that we find on the A string, because the frequency of the way these notes are moving, this D, the frequency of the string is going to be moving a little bit faster, which is going to make it sound higher as well. And then another way we can talk about these is we can say that these notes are an octave apart, meaning that they are 8 notes apart, or 8, using my other hand as well, 8 notes apart. To remind you, we have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D. So counting that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So they are exactly 8 notes apart, making them an octave apart. Alright, awesome. And then for these, just to remind you one more time, this is where the start of our A string starts for our A string notes right here. So in class, I might ask you a question like, where is open A string found on the staff? And you would say open A string is found on the second space of the staff. So we count from the bottom, starting in this space right here. I'm going to go 1, 2, It's found in the second space of the staff right there. Alrighty, thank you.